Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a big bouncy curly blow dry using the Pro Blow brushes. To start off by putting the product into the hair, today I'm using a bit of mousse and a bit of thickening spray. And then you're just going to go through and take out most of the moisture. I like to take out about 90% of the moisture before I start actually blow drying. Okay, so now I'm just going to comb through the hair, make sure all the tangles are out and make sure the product's moved all the way around the hair. And then I'm just going to go through and section it off. So for this blow dry, I'm sectioning front to back. And I'm taking horizontal sections all the way up to the top of the head. And then I'm going to blow dry the sides back and the profile parting back. So you can see these brushes are really cool. The handle actually comes away from the top of the brush, and then you can put a clip around the top of the brush and leave it in the hair to set properly. Okay, so starting with your first section, I like to just remove most of the moisture, and then once I've blow dried it like I normally would any other blow dry, I then put my brush on top of the section and roll the hair around the brush. Make sure you're lifting at the root as well if you want a bit of volume. So here you can see I've now put my brush on top of the section, and I'm just going to blow dry with my brush on top instead of underneath. And in a second I'm going to start rolling the hair around my brush. So you want to do this a good couple of times to make sure that that piece of hair is completely dry and nice and hot, ready to set it into the brush roller. Keep applying heat as well all the way up until you're literally clipping that into the hair. So here you just press a little button and it removes the handle, and then you're just going to use the clip that's provided with the brushes just to help secure that brush into place. Okay, so I'm just moving on to my second section. So you can see here I'm doing exactly the same thing. So I'm drying the whole top section, lifting at the root just to add a little bit of volume. And now I'm going to dry the underneath section and eventually roll the brush around the hair around the brush, sorry. So I'm always applying heat to this hair. You want to make sure it's really, really hot. If the hair is not hot, it won't set fully. Okay, so this is my second section pretty much done. So I'm just going to remove the handle again, and then I'm just going to clip that brush into place just to allow it to cool down, and then I'm going to move on. So I've done a few more sections here, and now I've pretty much come up to the top of the head. So as you can see, I'm working in exactly the same way. Everything's going in the same direction. So once you've finished doing the top or the back sections of the hair, then I like to move on to the sides, and then the very last thing I do is the profile section. Okay, so you can see on the sides that I've got them going in different directions. So both side pieces are going away from the face. So nothing's changed with my technique other than the way that I roll the brush into the hair to make sure the direction of the hair flows away from the face. I just find it's a little bit more flattering than when you blow dry into the face. Okay, so the last section I've got to get round to doing is the profile parting. So again, exactly the same. I'm just now rolling down the hair and making sure everything's again directed away from the face. It just create a bit more of a face frame and it'll flick beautifully into the back of the hair. If for any reason you do run out of brushes, I did on this blow dry, all I did was use some pin clips, the pin curl clip, sorry, and then I just unrolled my brush, rolled it back up into a pin curl and clipped it back in place and then took that brush back. I think I used 2 sets of Pro Blow brushes on this blow dry, so you might want to check out how many brushes or how many roller heads come in one pack. But I did use 2 packs for this. If you need to as well, you don't have to leave the brushes in all the way to the end. If you do run out of brushes, then what I like to do is when I run out, I will go back to the bottom sections of the hair, take the brushes back out and then just leave it free flowing. Okay, so here's how it should look. So before I do anything else, I like to just apply quite a bit of hairspray, not too close because you don't want to wet it back down, but just a bit of hairspray all the way throughout, and then I like to leave it for about 15 minutes just to fully cool down and set. Okay, so here I am taking it back out. Like I said, I left it 15 minutes. All my sections are completely cool, so they're ready to be unwound. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're twisting the brush out of the hair in the direction that you want the curl to sit. And then I just use my fingers to go through, break up the curls and set them into place. If you have any lines in the hair, just use a little bit of back combing just to separate out that hair and make it sit where you want it to sit. And then once I've done everything, I like to put my fingers back through the hair and just shake it all out. So this doll's head's not very long, so we're not going to get that much of a curl technique to it. But as you can see, it's really bouncy, really sexy, it's beautiful, it's got a lot of volume. And yeah, I just love how it looks. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Have a lovely evening. Bye.